guys, and welcome to another edition of Gifted Monkey TV, all things toy and toy related. I'm your host, Jordan Preston, and when we come back, we're going to take a look at an exciting figure from Hot Toys that you might know by another name. Awesome.
Respect the monkey!
Hey guys, welcome back, and here we are, keeping with the promise of the awesomeness, the Hot Toys 1/6 scale, 12-inch Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, action figure from the hit movie Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's take a look at this great box. Starting it right off, we see right up front, they hit us with a great picture of the actual actor, Chris Pratt, right on the cover in an action pose. That looks so cool. It's in a nice purple and gold motif, a little bit of black mixed in and light purple mixed in, just like the Guardian of the Galaxy's logos that you see on the movie and everything. Very nice presentation on this box. Chris Pratt's picture is raised even a little bit. Some parts of it are embossed. You can rub your fingers and you feel it raised up a little bit. Very nice. That nice yellow going in the background, shooting his blasters. Let's take a look on the side. On the side we see it says Star-Lord MMS 255. That's the model number. And right there, turn it around to the back. You got all the indicia from Hot Toys, talking about who made it, where it came from, all the licensing and all that stuff, and Marvel down there. So that's good stuff. You guys can freeze that and close it up and zoom it and look at it if you like to. On the other side we have the same thing again, Star-Lord MMS 255. And on the top we have Marvel's Guardian of the Galaxy. Same with the bottom, Marvel's Guardian of the Galaxy. Let's crack this box open and see what it looks like. This box comes in a sleeve style motif, so you just pull the sleeve off like that. And there we go, right in front. Bang! Star-Lord right there, housed in a little clamshell box right there. If you look on the side, this motif is set up almost like the police scene where the Nova Corps had all of the Guardians of the Galaxies under arrest, and they were reviewing their rap sheets. So you see the height right here, it goes up to 6 feet. In the back, it tells you who's responsible, cast, for creating this great figure. All the names, and they did it in a nice, like a computer readout, like you saw in the actual detention room that they had when they were looking at their rap sheets. Very nice. And on the side you see Star-Lord right there. Very nice. Nice black and blue with a hint of purple running through this motif. I love the nice colors they put on that. Alright, let's crack this up and see what accessories came with this bad boy. Now, Star-Lord didn't come with a whole lot of accessories, but he came with some pretty cool ones, actually. If you bought the exclusive Sideshow Star-Lord action figure, which means you ordered it and pre-ordered it on Sideshow, they threw in the handcuffs that you get, the handcuffs and the actual covering case, that metallic-like covering case for the orb that they used all through the ending part of the movie. It came with that as an exclusive. But we didn't get the exclusive because I got this at Legacy Toy Store in Glendale, so I got it right from there, so I didn't get the exclusive version. But let's look at what he came with. Star-Lord comes with 5 hands. It comes with 2 gun-holding hands, which is good because he has 2 guns. It comes with 2 fists. Nice detail on those gloves. Look at those gloves. Nice detail on those gloves. And he comes with an orb holding hand when he holds the orb, this gemstone. Nice little light grip hand. Comes with 2 twin blasters. Nice little detail on those blasters. Not a whole lot of detail. I like the subtle shading from purple to gray to gunmetal gray, dark gray. That's very nice. Little gold throw in there to mix it up. Nice little curvatures on his guns, but they're simple. They don't open. They're not articulate in any way, but they're screen accurate. They look like the blasters he used in the actual movie. Little vents on the side of them, air vents. Very nice. Love it. He comes with his awesome mixtape cassette player. Isn't that cool? Now, full disclosure, taking it out the box a few minutes ago, I broke my headphones. These headphones are super sensitive, guys, so just please be careful with it. I'm going to glue that back in when the show is over, but I just want to show you what the headphones look like. Now, the headphones aren't orange. The padding on the headphone is orange in the movies. But for some reason, Hot Toys, I guess when they had their prelim sketches of Guardians of the Galaxy characters, they had black headphones on, and that's what they went off of. But these are black. So you can easily paint those with Dayglow orange paint if you want, if you're good painters, like I will do with mine. Comes with a nice cord. The cord is already pre-wrapped. You can't untangle it. That's just how it looks. So it looks in that design like it's wrapped. Plugged into Awesome Mixtape. Look at that. It says Awesome Mix right on there. Nice. And I think this was another color. The actual tape player was another color in the movie too. I might be wrong, but you guys can let me know on the comment section. Comes with the orb, the actual possession that he got in the beginning of the movie. The artifact that he pulled out, the actual gemstone orb that he pulled out of that ruined building in the very beginning of the movie comes out with this. The exclusive one would have had the cover that goes on top of that little metallic-like cover that goes on top. But that's very, very cool like that. Look at that. Comes with extra button pegs, so extra button replacements. The little buttons on his jacket, I guess, have a tendency of falling off. I don't know if you can see those in there, but these are about maybe 20 of those little buttons. In case they fall off, you can tack them right back on with some new ones. Comes with 2 ball joints, peg joints in case you break one. 2. There you go. Comes with this awesome mask. This mask lights up. This is the actual mask that he used in the movie whenever he wanted to not have atmosphere and he needed oxygen. He'd have this on. This has a nifty feature. You snap off the back and it lights up. I don't know if our camera can catch that, but that's a nice red light in there. It gives you a nice red light in there. Very beautiful. Very nice. And this is a light plastic too. Nice light plastic apps. Looks metallic, but it's light plastic. And you just snap the head back into place, and there you have it with the lights on. I'm going to turn them off not to use up the batteries. There we go. Snap this back in. We'll show you what that head looks like in a few minutes on him. Comes with this nifty satchel. Remember this bag? This futuristic man purse that he had on it? This satchel? Nice. It's very detailed like the one in the movies that he carried over his shoulder all the time, which he had the orb inside of and carried a lot of other good things inside. It has a working zipper. The zipper works. The zipper's to scale too, so there's a nice little small tab. Once again, these things are very fragile, but you see the zipper opens and closes, so be very careful with your opening and closing. If you pull that tab off, you're kind of screwed with your zipper thing. It won't work. It has a nice little pouch opening inside. And nice little detail work, beaded work around the bag. Very nice. It's simple, but it's film accurate, so it looks really cool. And it just goes over his shoulder and snaps on his belt. Once again, this is very fragile, very light pleather feel. So not only will it wear quickly if you rub it a lot or do a lot of twisting and bending on it, but this is very light, so thin. It feels like a piece of thin cardboard, but it's not cardboard, it's bendy. But it feels like thin cardboard that it feels like it can snap at any moment if you pull it, twist it too hard. Comes with this cool stand. Look at that base. Very nice. This snaps right onto the base. Crotch grabber cradle. You can adjust it to height. Nice colors in this. Looks almost like the deck of the prison or the deck of the Milano starship, whichever one you want to use in your imagination and your diorama. It could be either or. It looks very cool. It's very futuristic looking. And it comes with the instruction guide telling you how to put the mask on, how to change the battery out, how to put the guns on, the handcuffs. Those are the handcuffs that would have came with the exclusive that we do not have. And how to put the satchel on and snap the belt together. And how to snap his coat together. They tell you also to be very careful with his head movements, not to fray it around his neck, and to be very careful with the jacket when you snap it and unsnap it. It's very cool stuff. Everything film accurate, pretty much, except for the actual tape recorder, which is interesting, but we went over why it might possibly not be accurate in the prelims that they got for Hot Toys before the movie got committed to being made. So there we go. Now that we got to look at all this great stuff, let's take a look at the articulation on Star-Lord. This Hot Toy Star-Lord has pretty much very good articulation. Head can go up about that much, which is a nice raise. On a Hot Toys figure, you got to take what you can get sometimes with these raises on the neck, and that's a good raise. Some of the Captain America figures don't go up that high like that. That's very good. Gets a nice lower one down like that. Cock to the side if you want. The other side, get full 360 rotation. Arms go up to about that high. Even with this nice faux leather jacket, you still get a nice raise on his deltoids. His shoulders can go up pretty high. That's about the extent of them, but that's pretty high. I don't think you need them any higher than that. You get a nice rotation up to there. You can pull up to the front. Cross them over if you want. Get a nice bicep swivel on the top of the bicep. You get a nice bicep swivel right by the deltoid. Get a nice forearm swivel. Forearm bend. Arm bend. Ooh, that's my orb. Arm bends about that much up. Down, doesn't go back at all. Stops right there, straight down, so you don't get it back at all. Take it up, you get a nice little slight ab crunch up in here. Slight ab crunch, not deep, it's right there. But when you combine it with the waist, which bends down, you get a nice bend over like that. Pull it up, nice go back like that. Look at that, it goes all the way back. A nice action pose. And the shirt stays tucked tightly into the pants. I like that, nice. You want to do a nice little back flip or atmospheric pose. Very nice. Waist swivels about that much. Both side to side. Kick about that high. On our hips, about that high. Same to right and left. There's a swivel out capability on both thighs. Not much because it's hindered by the pants restriction. Get a nice pull back on your knees. I think the knees are double jointed in there. It feels like they're double jointed the way they're shaped. Nice kick out extension goes about that far. Because of the way these boots are cut, the little shin guards on his boots, you get very little ankle rotation because the shin guards completely inhibit that. And very little flexibility because the rocket boosters on the side is all one application, so you cannot bend his ankles outward or inward too much. Very little on that. Be careful, guys. I don't want you to snap it. But because it's all one, you get a great standing. He stands very easily on his own, pretty good because of that. Let's see if he can do it now. Because of I bent him backwards. Oh, there we go. I think I got him now. There we go. So you get a nice, he stands very well on his own. You get a nice stand in there. He bends very good though. He's got a nice little bit of articulation. And what's cool is this jacket doesn't restrict his articulation too much. Like sometimes when they have too much outerwear on, it restricts the movement of the shoulders. This jacket bends very nicely. But this jacket's very thin feeling faux leather. So if you're a guy that likes to pose his figures a lot every few weeks or every other day or just play with them a lot, be careful you don't wear this down so it gets fringy and crackly and stuff because it's very thin faux leather. But it makes for good flexibility. I would say get him in one pose and lock it in there for a few months before you change it around to another pose. Okay, let's take an overall look at this figure. This figure is so nicely detailed. They really did a great job on this Star-Lord figure. All the little indentations and the wash, the light dark reds and the wash and the burgundies that they put on this is very nice. And the detail they applied to the gloves, you see the stitching within the glove sculpt. And they put these nice hieroglyphic type symbols on the side of his coat, which are movie accurate. They just put an inlay on here. They just overglued and overmapped inlay right here. It's a little hard rubbery plastic part, but they put it on there. It looks very great. I love how the buttons and tacks look on here. All the little metal applications. I love the arm gauntlet that goes over. Very nice. It looks a little worn. It has that brown and gray look. I love the shoulders gauntlets, shoulder shields. I love that. I love all this stuff in here. Look at that. Can you get a good look on that? Yeah, look at that. And it's worn. If you check the jacket out, they make it very worn. It's got dark hues of burgundy with red and dark brown. They distressed it a lot. Look at that. It's torn and ripped up. Very distressed. Like a jacket that's been worn. Very film accurate. You see all that stuff on the back of it? They did do a great job with the detail of this coat. I love that. his Reaver jacket. Looks very nice. Little tabs and stuff, zippers. There's the tabs right here. You see they come down and they go up. And they're articulate. They move and go up and down. They even put they have a working, not just hand off. Uh-oh, Luke, I am your father. Look at that. He's knocked his hand off like Star Wars. You are not Mark Hamill. You are Star-Lord, Peter Quill. Here we go. Alright, you see inside, this has a working zipper in it. I don't know if my hand is getting in the way, but there's a little zipper tab here. There it is. A little zipper tab inside this leather jacket. And it works. It's a working zipper. And the tab is scale accurate. Sometimes on these 6-inch action figure by a lesser company, they put big old tabs for human hands to actually raise and lower the actual artifact of clothing, and that makes it good for us, but it's not scale accurate, so it looks kind of weird. But there they make the zipper scale accurate if it was made for Star-Lord's hand to actually zip up the jacket. And I like that very much, even though it's a little frustrating to pull on that tab. Once again, very, very, very fragile zippering and stuff, so be careful when you pull on the stuff, dudes. And right here, see his belt with his blasters on. They put a nice t-shirt under him too. This is like almost like a body armor shirt. I love that. Like the shirts we have nowadays, the Armor All shirts. I love that. There's no padding. Sometimes Hot Toys puts padding on the bodies of their male figures to give them a little bulk, but he didn't need any. This is actual muscular figure underneath here with no padding, no additional padding underneath. What you see is what you get on that. You see the holster for his other side arm right there. The actual other left blaster inside. I like the rockets on the shoes. Very, very detail accurate for the movie. Look at that. Look at the detail in those boots. They're distressed. They have different color washes going through them. Nice. All the way up to the shin guard and knee pad. I like this little metal thingy-jiggy right here. Very cool. And I don't know if you can see it, but his helmet is also lit right now. I don't know if the lights from my production is glaring in, but these lights are on right now. Looks great with that hair. Look at that hair too. The hair is very nicely sculpted on him with the mask one. Very nice on both versions. But I chose to show you what this head sculpt looks like with the masked one on. The pants are very good with what they have on. This jacket, as I told you earlier, this jacket actually can close. I'm not going to do that now, but you can actually close this jacket all the way and close it up like that. Very nice. And because of the tightness on his ankles, he turns very good. Stands up pretty well. Just make sure if I'm not speaking out of class and then he falls over. Stands up pretty well. Look at that guy. He really has some good stuff with him. They did some great detailing on this guy. Really great detailing. I love that, all that alien indicia on his jacket like that. I just want to mention two things on this while we're talking about this figure and its awesomeness. One is that also this jacket has slight pliability on the bottom of some parts of it. You can actually bend it. There's this light wire going through it, so you can bend some of the parts of the entrails of this this jacket and make it fan out and be all movie and stuff all around it. And that's very cool. Not every part of it on the bottom has it, but like every other part, every other frayed part has a little wire part, slight thin wire going through it that you can manipulate it if you want. Also the likeness on the face, very good. Now remember I told you earlier I broke that little part of the headphone, which I'm going to glue on after the show, but for right now we'll just put the headphones on to show you a symbol with the satchel on and the headphones and his blasters and his little awesome cassette mix over here. But the likeness of Chris Pratt is pretty darn good. It's not 100% to me, but Hot Toys did a great job. I think it could use a little more stubble on the face and maybe a little fuller face. A little fuller face for this guy. This guy's face is really lean, and Chris Pratt, although he had a great strong face, is a little bit fuller, more muscular. So this guy's a little lean, but it looks very good. You can see Chris Pratt in that sculpt, which I love. And he looks all badass there with his mixtape on and his satchel. Listen to his tunes with his blasters. Very great presentation on this thing. Well, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed our look today at the great Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, action figure from the hit movie Guardians of the Galaxy. That's Hot Toys did a great job of this. They kind of hit this guy out of the park with the detail and the attention to detail to the costuming. The costuming is what sells this figure. All the little rivets and nicks and bells and whistles they give you with his accessories and with his costuming, that sells it. Yeah, looks pretty great to like Peter Quill, Christopher Pratt in the likeness of the sculpt. Not 100%, but look, you wouldn't want to be caught between the difference. It's that good. So, very nice. Now, should you buy this guy? Tell you the truth. If you collect everything Marvel, if you're on a Marvel rant right now and you're buying everything from Hot Toys that's from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, then of course you got to have this guy. He's an add-in. If you guys are just pretty much collector of some things Marvel, you have your own niche. In other words, you just collect Captain America, or you just collect Avengers, or you just collect Spider-Man, or that type of thing, or Hulk, then this is a specialty guy, because the Guardians of the Galaxy took everybody by surprise with how much we all enjoyed this movie. So he's an extra little piece. He might not even fit into your basic collection if you're really a die-hard one type of collector, Batman, or one type of Spider-Man, as we talked about earlier. You stick with one character or two characters pretty much. He might be a standout, and you might want to just hold off on him. But then again, you might want to get him because he is a standout and he makes your collection pop. If you have a Peter Quill figure, very nice. In years to come, we might all wish we had a Peter Quill Guardian of the Galaxy figure from the first movie. So he might be something to get to put in the archives of your collection. But if not, I would say hold off on him and just continue collecting what you're collecting, because there's also a temptation once you have him, you want to get Groot and Rocket and Gamora and Drax and all those guys, and then you run into a whole nother group of big money for Hot Toys figures to do that. So if you can just get him and be happy with him as a representation of the Guardians of the Galaxy figures in your collection, then it'll be good. Then I say get him, go for it. He's going to run you about $240+. That's not counting tax and license in your neck of the woods or wherever you are. But if you order him from Sideshow, it's going to cost you about $240 just out the gate before they tack on any type of shipping and handling and all that good stuff. So I would say, if you got the coin and you really like it, he's definitely something to have in your collection. He's good enough and great enough and exciting enough to have in your collection. So there you go, guys. Our look at Peter Quill today. And if you like what you saw today, do me a favor, please hit that like button down there. I love your likes. Subscribe. We're building our way up to 2,000 subscribers. We're new kids on the block so far. We got some videos on there that you can look at of other characters and other action figures. But we're building ourselves to 2,000. I'd like you guys to be part of that 2,000 and grow, grow, grow as we go past that. So thank you, guys. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Pinterest, Gifted Monkey TV. We got other things on those channels that you won't see here. So please do that. And remember, playing with toys, even a smooth smoking Hot Toys 1/6 scale Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy, can be as fun as a barrel of monkeys. But respect the monkey. Play nice. Take care, guys.